All right, hello everyone. Welcome into the stream. I'm DC. You can find me all across the internet. Excuse me. Something went down wrong. Under DC Lasair, / DC. Find website, Blue Sky, do the things. Also, do I just have a command for that? I do not. Maybe. I don't. All right. So, affiliate link. I got to get rid of the last one because it's not working. But the first one, Doris, is still good. That is for a link in bio site. Check them out. You can sign up for Doris Pro by using the code DC Lasair to get 30% off for 3 months. And let's cancel that music there. All right, if you're going to Gen Con, I'll be at Gen Con. I have a panel there. All about producing TTRPG actual plays. And let me verify. Tickets, there are only 2 tickets left. That's TWO tickets left to my panel. So claim your spot now. Go to that link. And do the thing. Also, if you want to organize your TTRPG campaign, I have a vault that works with Obsidian to do just the thing. That link will take you to my GitHub. Go download it. Give it a star. That'd be awesome. All right, Brian, hello. Welcome on in. Let's see, what else do we have? I think that's it. Oh, make sure this is working. Hey, it looks like everything's working today. All right. So how y'all doing? Taps the camera. I think it needs glasses. Yes, it does. Come on, camera. Do the thing. There you go. Camera, stop with the non-focusing bits. We've been through this. All right. Let's see here. Tomorrow is free TTRPG day. We'll be talking more about that when we get into Tech Friday. Or free RPG day, rather. So, you can check out everything, see if there's a store in your area at that link. Let's see here. Personal news. I signed up for a gym. Yay. I'm going to go after stream today. Yay. That'd be great. All right. Nothing there. I have gym clothes and sneakers and a lock for the locker. I mean, I'm prepared. Hi, Nick. Welcome on in. Good to see you. All right, let me double check something before we start. There is one thing I didn't get a chance to test. Puddleglum, hello. Before we started, let's see. Gotta go here. Click this. I go to... Oh no, I'm gonna have to open a completely different thing. All right, I'll figure that out when we get that far. Not gonna worry about it now. Okay. Take that off. Alrighty. So welcome on in. Hope your Friday's starting off okay. We'll get into Tech Friday and then, relax, work our way into our weekend. Be a lot of fun. All right. Double check, triple check everything. Should all work. Yay. Hopefully. It'll be great if it does. So today is your favorite part of the week. It's Tech Friday. Welcome on in, everybody. And today we're going to be talking about publishing with Standard.Site, Notion loses email, and number go up in a bad way. Plus, there'll be time for an Excalidraw with Obsidian demo somewhere in there. It'll be great. Tech Friday. Hey, Rex. Welcome on in. So, first up, if I click this, hey, look, there's the notes. And look, here's the link for you all. So, somebody kindly made a blog post explaining about publishing on the Atmosphere with Standard.Site. I've talked about this before using the app protocol. And so if you want to know the kind of the things under the hood with it, this breaks it down, explains it to you all. If you're interested in a site like Pocket or Leaflet, and I've talked about using one of these sites for my newsletter. So if you want to understand what it is, what it does, this is a good breakdown of all of that. So check it out. All right. I was slightly annoyed at these guys. Wait until you hear about blogging posts. Like, come on now, children, right? Oh, to go along with that, if you sign up for a Standard.Site blog, whether you use Offprint or Pocket or Leaflet, there is a sale going on right now for your first year. So check out those prices if you want to. Moving along, Notion. So a few years ago, Notion bought a company and changed it to Notion Mail. And then CarGen X, hello. Welcome on in. And now Notion is getting rid of Notion Mail in favor of AI because it says most of its users use AI agents instead. Take a look at the article from Ars Technica here. So back in February 2024, Notion bought Skiff. And then they're getting rid of it because Notion is just filled with AI. So if you or someone you know is using Notion Mail, no, they're not. Coming September. So make sure you take care of yourself with that or somebody you know. When really, we all know you should really be using Obsidian for this kind of stuff. Right? Yes. Class. Yes. Okay. And the big topic that happened this week in tech and why we need to talk about it. Yes, sir. Only Tom will tell. Hi, Tom. Welcome in. The big topic, number go up in a bad way. Sometimes we like when number go up. Like, I enjoy having more views on my YouTube videos and on my Twitch. It's neat. However, this number go up is prices on tech increasing. And just about everywhere announced price increases. We're going to start with Apple. And this article is courtesy of CNET. See if I hit the right buttons to get that there. Nope. I didn't do it. Let me delete that. Try again. Copy that URL. There we go. All right, there's a CNET article on prices going up. They claim it's for the RAM shortage, of course. And here is a little further down in the article on CNET. There we have all the June 2026 price increases. So as you can see, the iMac has gone up $200. The MacBook Neo has the base model has gone up $100. Still a pretty good deal for what it is. But if we get any higher than this, look elsewhere for your computer. But MacBook Neo, it's even at $699, still pretty good. Now here's where stuff really gets out of hand. We have $200, $300 price increases across the board. Look at the Mac Studio M3 Ultra going up to $5,300. I think that might be the biggest increase on here. And as someone pointed out today, I know your feelings on Amazon. It is Amazon Prime Days. Some of the Apple products might still be at their previous price. So if you're really looking for an Apple product, you might want to check that out. But yeah, here's everything. Even the iPad, the Apple TV, even gone up a bit. HomePod and HomePod Mini increased for some reason as well. But yeah, there's the whole list. This one, though, who's going to buy this? Holy cow. That is a massive leap for the Mac Studio M3 Ultra. And they're going to announce new products in September. And, you know, there are some leaks, but again, I don't tend to cover leaks on things. But if you want to, you can go to YouTube, find out all the hardware they are announcing. We'll cover it after they actually announce it. But increasing the price of something no one was buying anyway, Vision Pro, is a choice, right? Yeah, that's a $200 increase. And who do we get to blame? We get to blame tech bros and AI RAM shortages. Apple are also increasing the prices of refurbs, which already have their components make zero. Yes, that too. The other side of this is, yes, I understand that you have to increase your prices because you want to keep making some profit, but also you're one of the richest companies in the world. So yeah. How long are you going to weather that storm, or are you just going to get people used to the prices now? So when you announce something new, you're like, oh yeah, look at our previous stuff. You can get these for good deals now. Yeah. They're just warming us up with the price increases. Yeah, we can't afford to absorb the cost of increased component prices. Indeed. So over on Polygon, we have the Xbox prices going up as well. And a little further down in their article, we have the listing. Series S at 512 gigabytes is now $100 more. Their 1 terabyte at $599. The Xbox Series X digital, the digital version of the Xbox Series X, is $750. And the regular one is almost $800. That is massive. And everyone announced this week, except for PlayStation, which announced back in April. Old enough to remember when the Switch 2 was considered massively overpriced, right? And just for comparison, if you want to read the PlayStation price increases from April, there's the official blog post about that. And we got pricing on the Steam machine, which is also a thing from a victim of RAM price increases. It's real expensive. Article courtesy of IGN. $1,049 for the 512 gigabyte version. And that's without the controller. Without the Steam controller. You're selling a console without an interface to it. What are you thinking? Like it's an extra purchase, right? Like, no, you pack in a controller for people. But yeah, the 2 terabyte will set you back $1,349 or $1,428 again if you want the controller. Seems to be the absolute worst time to release a new video game console, but Steam went ahead, did it anyway. And this one just kind of boils the blood, is that I don't play GTA, never have, but the digital only version, so not even a disc, will start at $80. Yeah, I'm not paying that. I mean, I'm not getting it as Cypher of Tyr would say. I'm marked safe from GTA 6. And the Ultimate Edition is going to sell for $99. Again, not the physical version, digital version. And also marked safe from GTA 6. Yeah. So all of this has a side effect on, well, it has a massive effect on us, but it also has a side effect on other components. And this is via Tom's Hardware. That motherboards are really cheap because nobody can afford the components to put in the motherboards. I know that's a long URL, but so as you can see, you get it. So if you want a motherboard, there's some good deals now. Like, look at this, save 57%. Newegg. So if you want to get a motherboard and then wait until you can get the other components, now is a good time to buy a motherboard, I suppose. You just can't do anything with it for a year. So yeah, that's concerning. All right. These are strange times we live in. They are. Okay, so now we're going to break into other things. If you want to keep talking about that, we can do it after the break. But we need to take a breath. Get ready to go on. Do you want to mention something neat that is still going on today? So if you're watching the VOD, it's too late for this deal. But as part of an anti-Prime Day, bookshop.org is offering free shipping. So go there, get free shipping on books, and support local bookstores. It's a good idea. All right. Now I'm going to move into the Excalidraw demo, which I got set up. So I want to get through the tools first. First, for this is the Excalidraw plugin in Obsidian. There is an Excalidraw website. You probably want to use the Obsidian plugin to get the most use out of Excalidraw. So let me give you all the links, and then we'll set up for the demo. So there's Obsidian. And then you go to the community plugins, you type in Excalidraw. But there's the GitHub page, just if you want to double check. There is the to fit within Obsidian's new plugin standards, the developer of Excalidraw had to put some stuff into another plugin called Excalidraw Extras. I was looking at this. I did notice that under contributors on the GitHub, one of them says the guy who's been doing Excalidraw for 3 years, but the Excalidraw Extras part, specifically the extras, also says one of its contributors is Copilot. So if you need the extra functionality, just bear that in mind. The regular Excalidraw seems to be safe. And if you want a lot of videos on Excalidraw, follow the creator of the plugin on YouTube. All right, so let me set up the demo. And why I'm bringing this up is because at Gen Con, I'll be doing my panel using Excalidraw. And I just want to show how easy this is to use and perhaps make your own presentations with. So now I just got to set it up. See, I think that's everything for... Yeah, that's all the links. So let me open it up here. Gotta go to this vault. Hide this. Okay, and let me just do a quick check to see what this looks like on the other window. Ooh, we can change this up. So let me just do a little window manipulation here. shrink it down a bit so you can see everything. Oh, I'm going to have to give you the side view. It's going to be quite a bit of... Oh, wow, that's a lot of... Can I... I'm going to shrink down this other window. It's all about shrinking windows to fit things. Okay, I'll fit everything. Trying to get rid of as much unneeded white space as possible. There we go. So if you don't know, Excalidraw is basically an infinite whiteboard, but you can do some pretty cool things with it. And let me just center this. Oh, looks like I centered it to screen. So if you were here on Wednesday, you've seen me, you've already seen this, but we're going to go through the parts of everything and how I do this and all that fun stuff. So let's see here. Click over to here. Then how's this? Nope. I have to adjust another window. Hold on. There we go. All right. So this is the opening bit of my presentation for Gen Con for my producer panel. And what you can do is there's a script and you can make a little slideshow. I just say, what's the slideshow? Nope, that's the slideshow is this icon. So notice how it goes to here. Yeah, let me open this up a bit so you can see all the things. There we go. And then I just arrow key from one thing to another. So me, producer, very hireable, by the way. And then, yeah, sorry, I got to mess with the vertical stream a minute. Okay. So then I have why this panel was producing, got some clip art. And, you know, your camera, lighting, your audio, all leading into you. And then I left arrow, and I can move backwards through it. And so we're going to demo how to set all this up in Excalidraw. This is Excalidraw without any of the, without the Excalidraw extra thing. And I believe I just hit escape. And oh, no, just escape. There we go. So you notice I have these over here marked as frames. So frame 1, frame 2, and that's your order. So one of the things you're going to do is after you install the Excalidraw plugin in Obsidian, you'll have a new button along the left side that will allow you to make Excalidraw drawings. It'll say new drawing when you hover over it. And then, let's see, it's not in the upper right corner. So yeah, in the upper right corner is this gear icon. Let's see if I can. No, stop moving. Stop it. Just a second. I want you to be able to see that corner a little better. So Let's extend this out. Yeah, I'll just full screen. Because I need you to be able to see the interface. Okay, there we go. Okay. So after you install Excalidraw, you'll get this button over here for new drawing. It'll come up and there'll be some words here and say welcome to Excalidraw, but as soon as you click on it, it will become just a white background. So you have Excalidraw installed, then you want to go up here to install or update Excalidraw scripts. Click that, you get this window, and it tells you all about the Excalidraw script engine. And you go down to slideshow, click that, and then you just click install script. And now you can do what I'm about to show you. Click away. So you make an object or text. So let's see here. What was the last frame I did? Oops. Helps if I zoom out a bit. So frame 8. Okay. So if I make a drawing or text, I am the bestest ever. Lots of exclamation points. All right, then you can click off it, and then you can just drag the handles to increase the size. You can move it around. I can move this anywhere I want to. But then when it comes to the slideshow part, if you want this to be next in the slideshow, so I want this to be after frame 8, go up top here, click the little triangle, square, circle icon, and you want the frame tool. Then you'll get the crosshair, and then whatever you want to kind of be centered screen when you start the presentation, you put a box around. And then you can double click on the name and call it whatever you want. I've been leaving the frame, so this is going to be frame 9. And then to start the slideshow, you go over here, you have this little button that looks like the Obsidian icon. You bring up the tools panel. Try that again. There we go. Bring up the tools panel. Then this icon will show up after you've installed the script. Click on it. Notice it takes us back to the top. Then we run through me. What is producing again? You. And now watch as it goes to frame 9. And it took us right over to where frame 9 is. Springleaf, hello. And I can go back. And so I'm going to just have Obsidian on my laptop, put this up on the other screen, start the slideshow, and this will be, obviously I'm going to take this part out here where it says I am the bestest ever. But yeah. So that's how you can make a presentation for free in Excalidraw and Obsidian. So yeah, I thought that's kind of cool. And after Gen Con, I'll let you all know how it goes. So if you've seen my panel before at a convention, this is going to be a new experience. There's some stuff added to it. So definitely come on by, check it out. There's only 2 tickets left to my panel at Gen Con. Yes, I am using this as an excuse to plug my panel at Gen Con. So go to that link and do the thing. All right, what time we got? Okay. So that's all for Tech Friday this week. If you are watching this on the VOD later, I'll see you next week. Have a great time zone. I don't know when you're watching this. I don't care as long as you're watching, whenever. But I'll see you next week for another episode of Tech Friday. Hit the like and subscribe. Follow the Tech Friday videos. They'll be over here, and then the subscribe button will be here. Do the things, and it'll bring me joy. You want to bring me joy, so do the things. All right, I'll see you next week. If you're watching live, stick around. We have more stuff. We're going to be talking about whatever we want because we're just going to ease into our weekend now. Oh, I did want to bring up Free RPG Day. Oh, well, we'll talk about that right now. Yes, if you are interested in Free RPG Day, Urban Bohemian, Brian, and Cypher of Tyr both have videos up in their VODs about stuff you might be able to find. If not, go to that website, click the For Gamers button, and then put in your city, state, or province, what mile radius you want to look for a store in, and it'll give you a little map of participating Free RPG Day FLGSs near you. Now, just like with Free Comic Book Day, not all stores are going to get everything. They're going to get a selection of stuff out of the Free RPG Day cache. So if you're looking for something specific, you might have to go to a couple stores. And also on RPG Trader, there is a bundle available. Let me get that. I put that in my Discord. Where did I put it? So, as part of Free RPG Day 2026, RPG-Trader.com has a huge bundle of stuff that is, if you get the digital bundle, they're asking $20, and it's over 250 digital products, over $1,000 worth of, over $1,000 in value. And you have until June 30th to get the bundle. There is a print bundle if you want. That's a bit more, but yeah. So check it out. And they tell you all the products that are in the bundle. So like even if 3 or 4 are of interest to you, getting the bundle might be worth it. But yeah, this is tremendous value if you like any of what you're seeing there. It's an incredible deal. All right. Let's see. Oh, We have, let me double check a thing real quick. This is, oh, okay. Just had to make sure someone wasn't announcing something. Be a normal TTRPG nerd and have an overflowing folder full of PDFs you'll never have time to play, just like the rest of us. Yeah, join the rest of us. I got in on an itch bundle, and that had like 100 stuff, and they're all in a folder on a hard drive. Just sitting there. But if I ever want a TTRPG for just about anything, I probably have one. All right. Also, speaking of TTRPGs, I finished up my Shadow Dark campaign. I did enjoy Shadow Dark. My players didn't really like the magic system too much in it, in that if you failed to cast a spell, you lost access to the spell for the day. And then there is also if you rolled a 1, you could do you'd have to roll on a magical mishap table, which was kind of cool. We did that. I could have been a little better on the torch timer thing. I did it as much as I could, but I don't think my players really liked that, or the inventory limits. And I like the game. I think it's a fun play, and I know my players had a good time, but I think there's a few little sticking points in Shadow Dark that, we'll have to kind of talk about again, but before we play another Shadow Dark campaign. However, in a couple of weeks, moving into playing Dragonbane, so I've been reading up the rules for that, which is available over on Free League. It's another kind of like Shadow Dark in that it is, I've heard it described as, the fantasy is you're a farmer, you pick up a sword, instead of like D&D, you are mighty hero person, right? So it's kind of low magic, but still fantasy setting. And it is a D20 roll under system. There's 30 skills, and depending on your character, I forget what they call class and ancestry in it, but depending on that is where you mark your skills. And so even your weapons, you have skills in certain weapons. And so even when you make an attack, you know the number you need to hit. You need to roll under that number or below to succeed. If you roll above, you fail. And then rolling a 20 on a d20 in Dragonbane means bad stuff happens. Rolling a 1 is really, really good. But I think my players will like the magic system a little more, and the flow of it a little better. It looks like a good game. I'm liking what I see of the having read through most of the book at this point. Looks like it'll be fun. The other thing is initiative is you draw cards 1 through 10, and you go in numerical order. So whoever draws 1 is first, and then, if no one draws a 3, but someone draws a 5, and that's the next number, so then you'd go 1, 5. And then every turn, you redraw initiative. And what I also like is that the monsters work completely different. If it's a monster, it has a attack table. You roll a d6, that's what the monster does for its attack on its turn. And some monsters have, I think they call it ferocity rating. So if you have a 2 ferocity, that means the monster is going to go twice. You draw 2 initiative cards. And its first attack is obviously on the first one, and the second one is on the second initiative. And yeah, you roll a d6, and whatever happens, happens. If your players can block the damage or not, it also depends on the attack. If the monster has an attack that can't be blocked, roll a d6. And to attack it, there's no armor class. You just have to roll under the number. If I'm swinging an axe, I have to roll below my axe score in order to score a hit. And then I roll damage. That's how much damage I do. So the player always knows what they need to roll to succeed because it's right on their character sheet. And the only time there's a question is that in contested rolls where you both roll at the same time and, so whoever gets the lower score wins type of thing. And I thought that was interesting. So we'll see how this plays. I'm going to do another mini campaign. In Dragonbane, so it'll probably go, 2-3 months, and then we'll move on probably back into D&D, unless I find something else I just really want to try. But my home group puts up with a lot of experiments from me, so yeah. I hope they enjoy this one. There are many optional rules also, and it's very helpful in the book because they're all in green boxes. So every time you see just a background that's a completely green box, that's an optional rule. It tells you this in the book. And you can ignore them. And some of them I'm like, that doesn't seem fun. So we're not going to use optional rules. And the Dragonbane core book also tells you, hey, remember this is an optional rule. And, when that comes up when you're rolling for various things or certain things happen. So yeah, it looks like it'll be fun. The spells are more limited, but what you do is if you're a wizard, it depends on the type of wizard you are. And in the main book, there's, I think, 3 sort of wizard types you can be initially. So if you want to be more a druid, there's a animism thing. And if you want to have psychic powers, there's a mental one. And so the type of magic you use is depending on the category you select. And then later on, you can branch off into the other categories as well if you want to. So you can expand your spell list a little bit. But yeah, it seems interesting. So I will talk all about it after we play a session or 2. First session will be building characters. So hoping it's a good time. All right, what time is it? Oh, it's about break time, so let's take a break. And when we come back, I'll put on music and we'll just relax for the weekend. And anything you want to talk about, if you want to talk about the price increase of stuff, you have any opinions on Excalidraw, let me know. All right, be right back in about 5 minutes. Gonna run some ads to keep the ads away. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm gonna run some pre-rolls. Pre-roll the ads to keep ads away more. You know what? I'm just gonna do the thing. Be back in about 5 minutes. All right, welcome back, everybody. Thanks for sticking around through the break. Appreciate it. So now's the time where we take a breath, relax, feel free to chat about whatever. I'd appreciate it if it was tech related, stationary related, anime related, TTRPG related, weird movie related, any of those. It'd be fine. Oh, what was the weird movie I saw? I should say not weird, but really terrible movie. Saw a couple days ago. Let me look. Talk amongst yourselves or something. I don't know. Riff track. Okay. All right, I gotta kind of scroll through a little list here. Nope, that wasn't it. Oh, I've talked about this movie before, but there's a movie called Apex Predators, and it's pretty terrible. If that wasn't the one. Oh my, where is it? Nope. I'm going through bad movies. I'm like, no, I saw all these. Ah, here it is. It's called In Pursuit. It has Daniel Baldwin, Claudia Schiffer, and Coolio all together in a movie. It's pretty bad, and in a way entertaining because not a lot of it makes sense. Like one beat to another, just other things happen, and you're like, these are the same characters doing the thing, but why are they doing this thing, or when did this happen? And there's some not great acting in it too. So enjoy. Video games. Remedy is selling a Federal Bureau of Control mug. I don't need it, but I kind of do. Ooh. Oh, that's cool. Oh yeah. All right. No one needs more mugs unless you want the mug to be in OOP that continues to spawn more mugs. Right? There it is. think some of my kitchenware does that on its own, most notably Tupperware lids, right? Like, huh? How did that lid get there? Why doesn't this lid fit anything? Hmm. Scan through Blue Sky. See if there's anything new or interesting to talk about there. I'm sure there's interesting things, but do I want to talk about the things? Heard of a theory once that missing socks from the dryer became Tupperware lids that don't fit anything. Awesome. That's ridiculousness I can get behind. All right, let's check out some websites and see if anything of interest has been posted today. All right, there. Oh, apparently there's a Samsung event coming up. July 22nd in London. It's called Samsung Galaxy Unpacked. Oh, that's a rumor mill. Okay, so that's not a for sure thing. But if you want to see a bit about it, there you go from Engadget. And we'll go over what they release there. All right. Not there. Oh, let me read through this. All right, I'm skimming through an article here just to see. All right, well, I will point it out, but it's more about the the RAM hike. So if you want to read it, there it is on Tech Radar. So I don't feel like talking about that anymore. So I'm not. Moving on. But if you want to see it, there's an article. Okay. I think we've talked about most of this already. Yeah. When did this come out? Okay. The finalists for the 2026 Diana Jones Award have been announced. The winner will be officially announced at Gen Con on July 29th. This article is on TTRPG fans. Go. Oh, this. What is this? All right. Penguin Random House is going to be releasing a big D&D coffee table book. The Dungeons and Dragons Encyclopedia, 320-page book, will be released in October 20th, 2026. So if you want to know about different campaign settings, info on monsters, locations, heroes, villains, iconic items, you can read the little blurb there on EN World. We've talked about that before. Nothing new there. Oh, if you're into Warhammer, I believe Warhammer had a bunch of announcements today. Or they're announcing them now still. I'm not sure which. What else do we have? Oh, so if you want some Warhammer news, belloflostsouls.net has 3 or 4 articles on it. You can check those out there. Oh yeah, Elgato is having, well, they've been having sales all week. They're doing a thing with Amazon Prime. So if you want to save some money on Elgato products, go to elgato.com and they have a lot of the info there. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I know I said this earlier, but every time when the tickets to my panel, like there's only 2 left for my panel at Gen Con, I'm like, that just blows my mind every time I see that. Oh, I will be producing a charity stream in July. More details to follow. It'll be the week after I'm back from my mini trip. So look for more details on that when they become available. I'll be sure to post it all over my Blue Sky and everything. So yay. Let's see. Oh, my watch. I talked about the Pebble 2. I had to finally charge it yesterday. And for I think the first time, it was at 100% the rest of the day yesterday, and then all day today, and just now got down to 99%. So this has lasted a real long time on a single charge, which is fantastic. I'm very happy with that. Plus, it's one thing I don't have to think about charging every day, which is nice. For the gym today, I found an old pair of tennis shoes that are still kind of newish because I apparently barely wore them, but they'll be great for working out. So I was excited about not having to go out somewhere and find shoes for the gym. All right. Ooh. I slept okay last night. It was, eh. Of course, Hannah comes into the room, just like, hey, 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 get up. Hey, hey, are you getting up? Hey. And I'm like, it's not time to get up, kitty. I'll get up, I'll pet her, walk around a little bit and everything. And then I'm like, okay, gotta go back to sleep. And I close the door. And then a couple hours later, she's like, hey, hey, are you up yet? And I'm like, no, kitty. And we repeat this process for a few hours in the early mornings. Aw, kitty, right? Oh, I got a couple. Where's the thing? Hold on, I'll be right back. Let me grab a thing. And when I do another travel accessory things, so I'll probably have a Tech Friday where I do the tech I take to Gen Con with me. Just update it for this year. But one of the things is this Ugreen 65-watt plug-inable charger thingy. There's the ports. You just put down the prongs. I can put down the prongs, plug it into the wall. It's nice. It's flat. That's what I really like about it. And it works. So I was pretty happy with this. And then speaking of getting more flat objects in, I got this new battery pack, which is currently at 11%. So I'll have to charge it someday. So when I'm on the go, I'll have this in my bag, and it has 4 different cables in the back just attached, and you just take out the one you want, plug it in, it's attached. So I don't have to worry about cable, bringing extra cables to charge something on the go with me, because the battery pack will have it on the back. So if I'm out, my phone's low, I can reach into my bag, pull this out. This is a little heavy for a pocket, but this will fit a lot better in my bag. Again, it's it's thick, but it's more flat than my previous charger, so that's what I like about it. Easier to pack. Here's the main thing, and this is a... Can you see who this is by? I don't remember the company on this one. They got a logo anywhere on their thing? I don't see one. But yeah, so you have two. These two are outs, and then the middle one is the in-out. So when you're charging this, you want to plug the cable into the middle one here. But if you had more than one device, you could also, use these to power more than one device. And then you also have things on the back. So this seemed like it will be really convenient. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with those. They were relatively inexpensive, so even better. Oh man. Okay, so speaking of going back to free TTRPG day, just because I just saw this on Blue Sky, WizKids is going to have some Icons of the Realms minis available at participating locations. We have a Kuatoa monitor, a scarecrow, and a Nothic featuring Dungeon Glow. Yeah, the scarecrow looks awesome. I like that. Yeah, so if a local shop is participating in free RPG day and they happen to get these minis in, I hope you can get one, and then take a picture and share it with me. Share the picture with me. I don't need the mini, but you know. But yeah, that's my tomorrow plan. Get up, get ready to go, hit a couple places, and then come home for the rest of the hit a couple places for TTRPG day. I should really see if they're open. Oh, going back to Shadow Dark, I should mention that they're they had a recent Kickstarter for kind of a rules update thing they're calling Western Reaches, which is their first official campaign settings. And there's some changes in there I really liked. I'm like, oh great, now the player's guide is available now for Western Reaches. And I'm like, great, I just finished my Shadow Dark campaign, and then here's some rules changes I really like. So maybe when we go back to Shadow Dark, we use the Western Reaches thing, and that might work a little better with my group. I still think Shadow Dark's a great game, great for convention play. This is just a me and my home group thing. I still want to do some more stuff with Shadow Dark. Hopefully, get running around done before it gets too hot to do shit next week. Yeah, yeah. Do what you can to not be in the heat. I know I have to be careful because I've had heat stroke before and things like that. And also, I'm very pale, and I burn easy. Like I think if you just mention 90 degrees to me, there's a spot on my skin that gets a burn, a sunburn. So yeah, I'm hoping basement and a fan do me well do me well. ancestors are Finnish and Polish. We were not made for the heat, like not even a little bit. Yeah, totally get that. As I'm a very mixed European bag of tricks, apparently, according to what I've been told. So, yeah, I'm completely understand. There really wasn't one cultural tradition on either my mom's or dad's side of the family because I don't think there was one. It was just stuff they liked, you know. But there wasn't a prevailing. Oh, we're this and we all do this and stuff. You know, you can see the influences a bit about this, but there is nothing that really. I don't know. Um, there isn't one direct line anywhere in my family from one culture to another. Where I grew up, there was a lot of Polish and Dutch. Just looking for articles now. Like I said, this is where we relax and get into our weekend. Let's see, is there anything? Oh, JetPens had a new video last night. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, so Emily, one of the people who's usually in the videos and makes a lot of the video content, has a "What's in my 10-year-old pen case?" So if you want to see that, there's the link to the video. That was kind of fun. Got a couple videos to watch later. Let's see. Ooh, bunch of pen videos. Oh, I've been watching packing and EDC videos quite a bit recently. Has anyone tried a packing cube where it's basically what it is? It's a cube, and there's a way to fold shirts to fit a bunch of them in it, and it takes less space, and then you put it in your bag. But if anyone has tried one, I'd like to know your experience with it. In fact, somewhere I saved I know where I saved the video because it's in my watch later playlist. But there's one about like 4 or 5 different ways of folding clothing just for long trips and really compressing it down. So I'll be trying some of that as I go on trips. Oh, that was loud. Accidentally hit a button. Okay. And I watched this folding video. I'm like, this is clearly magic. I mean, it's obviously just physics, but it's magic. Yeah, and another reason I got this is because I'm trying to slim down the gear I travel with and just carry less stuff or carry stuff that's easier to pack. Or it just slips better into a small pocket. All right, doing a quick scan. If I knew I was going to travel internationally, I would probably get one of those multiple whatever country you're in. Here's a plug for it things. All right. Let's dig through there. I think that will wrap things up for today. So if you have any questions or anything, ask them now. Otherwise, we will see who I can raid over to. And thanks for joining me, everybody, for another Tech Friday. I will be back Monday with more Mina the Howler. Who is on that we can raid? We'll raid into DJ Knight, playing Gray Zone update with drops. So we'll go over, say hi. Once again, I'm DC. You can find me everywhere. DC Lasair. If you're going to Gen Con, look up my panel, everything. Tanya, thank you for the resub. Oh, look, a button. Yay. Button. Button. I got a point over here because I keep mixing up that point. Anyway, I'm going to get dinner. I'm going to go to the gym. And I will talk to you all this weekend. Come on by. There are only 2 tickets left for my panel at Gen Con. So, get in on it now. But yeah, yay, gym. Yeah. Hopefully be a good time. They're open till like 10 o'clock today, so that's great for me. But yeah, so we're gonna go raid DJ. I will be back Monday with more Mina the Howler, because I'm just having a lot of fun with that game. And thank you all for being here. Please be kind to yourselves, be kind to each other. I'll see you all next week, and stay tuned for the raid. Bye.